everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm the host for this episode, and my name is Sandra Ng. Hi, Andrew and Tadashi. Great to see both of you. Tadashi, in your honor, today we're having a virtual sake party. Andrew and I are having our sake cold. What's yours?
Of course.
Great, cheers. Okay, jokes aside, let's introduce ourselves so that the audience get to know us a little more. Shall we start with you, Tadashi?
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Tadashi Kanzawa. SVP, the head of the S4HANA Cloud APJ. SAP announced a new product strategy, Intelligent Enterprise, in 2018. And we have implemented this strategy for all SAP solutions. Not only the ERP, all products have to be implemented on the Intelligent Enterprise now. After solution readiness for Intelligent Enterprise, finally, SAP launched RISE with SAP in the beginning of this year. And it's a comprehensive offering to realize the Intelligent Enterprise. S4HANA Cloud is the core of the RISE with SAP. I believe that SAP is able to take our customers into the intelligent world on the RISE with SAP. Thank you.
Andrew?
Thank you, Sandra, and thank you, Tadashi. My name's Andrew Hobby. I lead the customer engineering team for Google Cloud across the Asia-Pacific region. My team spend their day with our customers. Many of them are also SAP customers, helping them adopt Google technologies and our partners' technologies to be able to resolve the most challenging business opportunities they have and things that they're trying to do within their industry.
Great. So let me introduce myself. For me, as part of IDC, we have the privilege to speak to many technology players and practitioners along with their business partners to understand how digital is impacting them and their organization. In today's digital-first world, harnessing technology to create new competitive advantages is absolutely essential, as we all know it. Market leaders of tomorrow will be more intelligent as compared to their peers, as well as their predecessors, and as a result, they'll be more agile, resilient, experiential, and sustainable. So we all agree that future enterprises must be intelligent to thrive in a digital-first economy. So Andrew, Google Cloud is known for its AI and machine learning capabilities. Can you talk more of these capabilities in light of pushing the intelligence envelope for your customers? What are some of the cutting-edge use cases?
Absolutely. So, organizations generally, particularly SAP customers and Google Cloud customers, are really looking to do a number of key things. Obviously, to enhance their customer experiences, find new business opportunities, drive competitive advantage, and also to take cost out of their business. And you can think of all of these things as coming together, as Tadashi mentioned, to the intelligent enterprise. And you're right that Google Cloud and Google is known for its AI and ML capabilities, but they have been in the past not necessarily easy for a lot of enterprises to be able to adopt within their organization and to gain benefit from. So Google Cloud, not only enhancing its core capability, is also helping package some of these artificial intelligence and machine learning capabilities into ways for organizations to be able to leverage more easily within their businesses. And there's some 3 key examples I can think of. The first is called AutoML. That is a way of quickly being able to deploy ML capabilities within an enterprise. A lot of the hard work's done, a lot of it's packaged for you beforehand. And a great example of that is automated invoice processing is a way that organizations are leveraging that capability. The second one is an interesting one. It's really around speech and text and how do I interact with applications going forward. So conversational AI allows us to deploy voice-controlled apps and digital assistants within the organisation attached to our SAP capability in our enterprise applications. And then taking that a step further to vision, being able to, through artificial intelligence capability, to be able to look at different things in our organisation, be it customer invoices, vendor supply chain, and to be able to understand not only the content of those documents, but the context of those documents as well. So I can think of a number of examples, but one that sort of springs to mind to start with is Metro AG. They're a German grocery retailer, largely, or German-based. And through the intelligent enterprise that we've talked about with SAP and GCP, They've built an innovative e-commerce platform on GCP, and they're really heavily leveraging machine learning for demand forecasting. Make sure they have the stock, they have the availability for their customers when their customers want it.
Okay, so interestingly, we will see a lot more cross collaboration, based on data moving forward, as you have mentioned in a number of cases. So IDC predicts that by 2023, we expect 50% of the top 500 Asia Pacific based organizations, they will manage the value of shared ecosystems data via KPIs such as improved operational productivity, ongoing customer engagements, as well as skills enhancement. So Tadashi, SAP has been enabling customers in embedding intelligence into workflows and business processes for years now. Do you see any difference this year as compared to, say, prior to COVID-19?
Thank you, Sandra. With the evolution of the technology and products, intelligent technology is becoming a reality. In addition, when our customers try to invest in IT, the use of digital technology has been required. And that includes the active adoption, right, of the AI and IoT. I believe that 2021 will be the first year to aggressively adopt the intelligent technology. And from next year onwards, it will be an essential part of the post-COVID to accelerate the digitalization.
IDC research has highlighted that both board of directors and CEOs in Asia Pacific Japan region call out, intelligence as an area with the greatest potential to create the next competitive advantage. Internally, we'll see the rise of intelligent knowledge networks in enterprises. 30% of large enterprises in our region will see at least 25% improvement in information usage by 2026 due to investments in intelligent knowledge networks that turn structured and unstructured data into findable and actionable knowledge. So being intelligent means being agile, resilient, experiential, as well as sustainable. Let's break this down and discuss what they mean and how this partnership can help achieve them, for your customers here in the APJ region. So Andrew, I know in Google Cloud, you have an established base of digital natives among your customers, and these disruptors are known largely, for being data driven and the ability to deliver great customer experiences. Why don't you share a couple of examples and how this partnership can actually bring them to the next level of competencies?
Thank you, Sandra. And yes, in today's world, data really is a differentiator in today's competitive landscape, not only for digital native customers, but also for traditional enterprises as well. The challenge for a lot of organizations is their corporate data is siloed. It's spread through their organization in many different places, and it's very difficult for them to generate meaningful insights from that data when it is disjointed and sitting in different systems around the organization. So it really is the partnership between SAP and GCP, using GCP's Smart Analytics platform, allowing for that intelligence-driven organization to bring all of that data together to allow insights to be derived and business decisions to be made from that. So 3 examples I can think of that. The first one is really about democratizing analytics, we say. So in years gone by, analytics was performed in a particular department quite often by a group of data scientists, possibly. But nowadays, through the tools available in Google Cloud, we can take that analytics capability out to the line of business. So if you can give the line of business experts the tools they needed in a safe and secure way, it allows them to get insights for their business much better. The second one really is, in the world we live in now with sensors and mobile devices and just the proliferation of real-time streaming data, how do we leverage that to be able to create a much more dynamic organization, derive insights from billions of transactions in milliseconds, and then be able to adapt how we engage the customers, how we provide them with information in real-time basis. And then the final one is really the flexible, open platform that Google Cloud stands for so much. We talked about before, organizations often have their data siloed, not only within their organization, but also within different cloud providers quite often. So what Google Cloud allows you to do is to take that analytics ability to the data. So rather than moving the data to the analytics capability, you take the analytics to the data. Moving data around is resource intensive, time, processing power, dollars, and if we can avoid that, it's very powerful for organizations.
Okay, so I think that given the examples in the three different areas that you talk about, you kind of nicely touch on two important aspects of an intelligent enterprise, agility and experiential. So I think your examples perfectly kind of touch on those points. So great. We are already seeing the rise of connected intelligent CX, particularly among digital-first pioneers. By 2024, 25% of brands in APJ region were partnered to build shared customer data hubs to deliver innovative as well as connected experiences and to reduce data acquisition cost. So Tadashi, SAP being an ERP at its core player, as we all know very well, you have enabled many enterprises in their end-to-end internal processes. You are therefore in the best position to talk about being resilient and sustainable, and how these particular characteristics will look like moving forward, and how, this particular partnership with Google Cloud will actually help organizations to thrive in a digital-first world.
Yeah. SAP has announced the Intelligent Enterprise strategy, and we have expanded the end-to-end business process based on the Intelligent Enterprise. Of course, ERP continued to be the core for the end-to-end business process. So based on the ERP, we have covered the business network, the customer engagement, human experience, and supply chain management. The end-to-end business process with intelligent enterprise and technology that would be, the platform for the business continuity and resiliency capabilities of our customers. I believe that a company is continuing the evolution is sustainable. And I also believe that we must continue to provide a modernized intelligent enterprise to support our customers' growth.
So over the last 18 months, IDC has been tracking how organizations responded and adapted to the pandemic. And one of the key learnings that we have found is the inadequacy in business continuity and resiliency among, many organizations around the world. As a result, the crisis has actually called for a new kind of continuity and resiliency benchmark, which we at IDC call digital resiliency. Digital resiliency is the ability for an organization to rapidly adapt to business disruptions by leveraging digital capabilities. But it's not only just about restoring business operations, but also about the ability to capitalize on change conditions, which is obviously very critical. And we recently did actually a global risk assessment of organizations, categorizing them, in 4 different buckets: high, mid, low, very low risk segments. And for us in APJ region, only 15% of the organizations qualified as digitally resilient, meaning that they are in the low or the very low categories. So, we haven't really touched too much on, specific technologies, Tadashi and Andrew, of course. Shall we go into a few of them to highlight particularly the ones that will enable new capabilities in APJ organizations? So Tadashi, let's start with you.
Thank you. Before we go into the details, we need to consider the transformation. We see many momentum of the new technologies, and it is no doubt that cloud is one of the key technologies. First, we should consider why cloud and why SAP is moving forward to the cloud ERP, not on-premise offering. SAP has provided the unique technology historically, like, ABAP, the basis, solution manager, the parameter, etc. And our customers and partners needed to run them and operate by themselves. However, why customer adopt SAP is because customer need to transform their business. It's not technology driven. Our mission is to provide the run better with the customer. And cloud is the best way because SAP and Google can maintain the systems by ourselves. And instead of that, customer can focus on their own transformation with the system maintenance.
So ecosystem co-creation is one of the hottest areas in today's change world. Is there an industry use case that you can share, Tadashi, that will bring to light, what you just talked about?
Yes, the business transformation should be supported by the latest technologies. As I mentioned before, SAP can provide our products on cloud and customer can focus on the transformation. So I think there are 2 points for ecosystem co-creation. It's a defense and offense. Defense means defense means the stable environment as ERP is a mission critical system for the customer. SAP and Google have been required very stable operations, and we need to provide an environment where the customers can focus on transformation with peace of mind. The next is offense. Customers need to implement the competitive system like data analysis, the customer engagement, and wider services in timely. The latest technology of the Google will support the transformation of the SAP customer.
Okay, Andrew, what about Google Cloud?
Well, our aim at Google Cloud is to be the best cloud platform for SAP customers. We want to provide choice in the way applications are deployed and data is handled. We have a very firm commitment to open source, which again provides customers with choice, and the multi-cloud platform as well. So I can think of sort of 3 particular technology areas. I am a technologist, so I'll restrict myself to 3. The first one is our application modernization platform called Anthos. It's a Kubernetes platform. It allows you can think of it as the operating system for cloud in some ways. It allows you to write your application once and then choose where to run that application where it makes sense for your business. You can run in your own data center, you can run in Google Cloud, you can run in another cloud platform, and you can base that choice based on data sovereignty, around cost, around agility, all of those sorts of things. The second one is really APIs. I mean, the rise of the API in the last number of years has been very important in our industry, and it allows organizations to be able to tap into the capability of not only their data but their applications and to build new things in their environment. Apigee is our API management platform. It allows you to not only build new applications but also to modernize your existing applications, and in a SAP world to gain access to that SAP data in a secure, controlled way. And then the final one, which is really key, obviously SAP workloads are mission critical to organizations. The data in those workloads is also mission critical, so security is absolutely critical. If it's not the most critical, it's one of the most critical areas for organizations. In Google Cloud, we provide 5 layers of security, all the way from the hardware through the platform to the application level. We use our AI threat defense to provide a world-class cybersecurity capability for customers. All of the data runs across the Google network. We're not using third-party, we're not using public networks to transmit data. And also all of your information, all of your data is encrypted both at rest and in transit as it moves across the network. So really that provides you this idea of defense in depth. It allows the customers to meet their compliance requirements, meet their regulatory requirements, and also their policy objectives for their organization.
Okay, we're getting to the end of this episode time-wise, so let's wrap it up with our final topic, the role of CIO in a digital-first world. Now, what does this particular partnership between SAP and Google Cloud mean for CIOs in the APJ region? What should they be paying attention? Let's start with Andrew, and then we go to Tadashi. So, Andrew.
I can really see the role of the CIO is becoming a very interesting one, but a challenging one as well. It's that dualistic responsibility of operating the business, making sure it's a secure, reliable platform for the business to run. And obviously SAP is absolutely core to that. But also the CIO has to become a leader for digital transformation within the business as well. They have to be able to focus on both things at the same time. And I think in terms of the partnership, GCP and SAP bring a number of things to the party to help the CIO in that particular area. Firstly, around sort of innovation as a practice. So it's tools, expertise, people, services to be able to help the CIO down this path and to be able to accelerate this process of innovation and transformation. The second one, and we touched on it earlier, is this idea of the platform. The platform needs to be secure, it needs to be reliable, it needs to be flexible, it has to be able to meet the business SLAs and requirements of the platform to be able to put the CIO's mind at rest day to day. Third is around being able to scale up and scale down. So from resourcing perspective, from a cost perspective, to be able to quickly meet the needs of the business as the changes happen on a day-to-day basis. So finally, and very importantly, is sustainability. Organisations are more and more having sustainability targets and emission targets they need to meet. And Google Cloud is the greenest cloud platform out there today. We have net zero operations emissions, and we've had for a number of years. Our data-driven tools and our AI technologies we apply not only to our customers, but we apply it to our own data centres as well to continue to drive even greater levels of efficiency, both for ourselves and for our customers.
Very well said. Tadashi?
Yeah. Last week, I hosted the CIO roundtable. And one CIO mentioned the most important task for the CIO is to raise the value of the IT in the company. And the CIO needs to show both the value of the business and the latest technology. In addition, the CIO needs to transform own IT team to drive the digitalization. I believe that each CIO could show the potential value in order to drive those transformations. Companies will be able to increase their value itself, and their IT team will be able to contribute significantly to that. So that's, I believe, the CIO very important role.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, business value impact of technology and digital transformation is so critical. It's becoming more and more critical for organizations as we get into 2022. So, when we think about, building and scaling an intelligent enterprise, it requires a number of different things. So firstly, focus on business problems by asking the right questions. Essentially, how to focus on data, analytics, AI, machine learning technologies on key business issues is one example. Second is assemble the team, technologies, and methods to build an intelligent-based business companion. Meaning, how to mobilize the team to exploit intelligent-based solutions. There's so much capabilities, right? I mean, through your partnerships will be one great example. How can organizations and CIOs exploit those capabilities to bring the business value impact that Tadashi you talk about? And then finally, continuously improve intelligent-based business companion to create business value. That is how to get value from the investment. So, those are critical elements for organizations to become truly intelligent in a digital-first world. So we hope that you get, some of these questions answered through this particular episode. Thank you, Tadashi. Thank you, Andrew, for this sake chat. I look forward to seeing some of the innovative use cases implemented through your partnership across APJ region as we get to 2022 and obviously beyond that. Okay, with that, cheers, guys. Now we can truly kickstart our sake party. Cheers.